All right, so let's begin. Now, I got some flag yesterday. People thought I was legit promoting pimps. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to be watching this video to see how they create addictions, to see how they get someone to depend on them so that we can one, prevent it, because he says a lot of truths, but in reverse, right? He says a lot of things that no wonder that motherfucker got a mask on, right? And also there are some truths about human nature that we could apply to men. How to make a man like you more or appreciate you more by not caring. Because yeah, he is a pimp, and it is true he does keep his hoes on it in a distance. But he explains the psychology behind it, and I think that if we just learn from it and diminish it big time, like almost 90%, we could get some positive effects in our relationships with men and women, to be honest with you. And I really do. There's always a soul behind everything that's evil, right? There's always some truth that anybody can learn from. Remember, Jesus said, from the mouth of babe will be spoken the kingdom of heaven, meaning sometimes it's the least expected source that gives us the most information. Look at me, right? All right, let's begin with the video, okay? Now, let's see if we can click it right here.
All right, listen up. I don't usually talk about this kind of thing, and I'm not here to give you the darkest parts of the game. But I've been around, seen things most people wouldn't believe, and I've learned a thing.
We want to hear the darkest part of the, well, actually, it's criminal, to be honest with you, because I think the darkest part of the game is beating, hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like the abuse part.
Or two about how people work, especially women, things most people wouldn't believe, and I've learned a thing or two about how people work, especially women. I'm not going to tell you who I am, and I'm not here to glorify anything. I'm just here to drop some knowledge, so take it or leave it. I've been getting a lot of messages from new viewers about how you watch my videos and instantly delete the history. Best to keep this a secret. Now, let me tell you a story. There was this girl, let's call her Jade. She was one of the baddest girls I'd ever seen. Head turner, proper 10. She came to me after working for some other guy who didn't know how to treat her right. He was all up in her business, texting her nonstop, trying to control her every move. She told me, he's always on my case, like I can't even breathe. Now, I didn't chase her. I didn't beg her to work for me. I just told her, look, you do your thing, I'll do mine. If you want to roll with me, cool. If not, no hard feelings. That's it. No pressure, no drama. Yeah. And guess what? She stayed. She just stayed.
What did he say?
She thrived.
Okay,
she did why? So because I wasn't sweating her. I wasn't trying to own her. I gave her space to come to me on her own terms. Here's why that works. 1, indifference shows strength. When you're not pressed, it shows you're solid. Women don't want a man.
Well, actually, like, they say that, and I watch interviews of escorts, and they say that the pimps that try their hardest to win them over are the ones that didn't go for it. For the simple being is it says that he doesn't have the influence to get another woman to do his dirty work, right? And so it's pretty much imperative to them not to chase. I mean, if you're a pimp, you don't chase. You never chase, actually. That lowers your value instantly. And what he does, he explains it, but he just lets them go. In fact, sometimes he tells them, you're not good for me. Sometimes he says, nah, I don't want you. We're not a good match. And what it does is that it makes the woman, especially if they have low self-esteem, which in this case they do, convince them why he should have her in his stable, right? So rather than trying to convince the other person to like you, you literally disqualify yourself. Actually, what I teach here, you literally say, no, this is not good. You're from this place. I'm from here. We have different rules. This might not work out, right? And sometimes even when you're dating people, you sort of let them know why it wouldn't work out between the two. Like, for example, if I'm dating a girl and she's younger, you know what's funny, man? It's so hilarious that I usually prefer to date women around my age range, but then sometimes you get women that are really young, like in their early 20s, wanting to go out with me, most likely because they watch my channel. Well, a lot of the times I tell them, look, man, I'm too old for you, man. I'm Father Alex, man. I'm Papa Alex. You don't want this, man. And the irony is like, no, I'm mature. I read this. And like by me pushing them away, it forces them to convince me why I should get with them. And that requires emotional investment. The woman invests in me by convincing me. So that's why I put objectificate objects, right? Objectify, right? You get them addicted to you by putting up barriers. You become a temptation. No, I'm too old for you. No, I'm too broken for you, right? Even your flaws. I smoke weed. You may not like that. Like you put, oh, you're a Christian girl. I'm not Christian. You may not like that. The person who likes you will try to say, no, you're fucking wrong. Yeah, fuck Jesus. No, not fuck Jesus. F something else, right? And that honestly, that is I was reading this book, about Iceberg Slim, and he even talked about how he pushes a lot of women. He says no to more women than he accepts.
Who's all needy and clingy. They want someone who's got his own thing going on. When Jade saw I wasn't going to chase her, it flipped a switch in her head. She started thinking, why isn't he acting like the others? What's different about him? That curiosity, that's what pulls them in. 2. Your vibe changes when you don't care. When you're not trying too hard, your whole energy shifts. You're more relaxed, more in control. I've seen it with my own eyes. Dudes who act all cool around their boys turn into clowns the second the woman walks in. They start over-talking, laughing too loud, doing the most. That's not it, bruv. When you're calm and collected, it's like you're saying, I'm good either way. And trust me, women notice that. 3. No pressure, no problem. Here's the thing. When you're too eager, it puts pressure on her. She starts feeling like she's got to carry your emotions, like she's responsible for your happiness. Mm-hmm. That's heavy, man. But when you're laid back, when you're like, do your thing, I'm good, it's a whole different vibe. Jade told me she felt free working with me, like she could just be herself. That's what keeps them coming back. 4. You become the prize. When you don't care too much, you're basically saying, I know my worth, and people respect that. Women respect that. Jade knew I wasn't going to deal with her drama or her games. She knew I had options, and that made her step up. When you carry yourself like you're the prize, people start treating you like one. 5. Mystery drives them mad. When you're not always available, when you're not blowing up her phone or trying to be in her face 24/7, it makes her wonder, what's he doing? Who's he with? That curiosity, that's what keeps you on her mind.
It's something that's so simple, but it's true. This is something automatic by the human brain. When you're inconsistent, when you're pulling away, when you're not there, they're gonna automatically not say, oh, they must be working. They're gonna say, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? That's it. It really works. But most people don't do it because they just hear it so often, you know?
I didn't have to chase Jade. I just let her wonder, let her think about me when I wasn't around. That's the power of being a little elusive. The game ain't about tricks. Look, this ain't about playing games or being a dick. It's about understanding people, understanding yourself. Women don't want a man who's desperate. They want someone who's solid, who's got his own life, and who doesn't need them to feel complete. So stop chasing, stop trying so hard. Focus on yourself, on your grind, and let them come to you. That's how the game works, bruv.
Yeah, and this applies to everyone, man. Like, honestly, man, like, every time a woman liked me, she came to me. Or that I did one move and she did 3 moves afterwards. Like, it's almost like it was instant. And the problem is that too many people are trying to win people over. You don't convince people to like you. You just don't. Yeah, they do or they don't. But when you understand this concept and don't try, you get more. You get more. This is funny. It's like a lot of pimps say that this shit works. Like, if you go after the women without having a woman do it for you, they're not gonna pick you. And this actually applies a lot, like pre-selection, right? Where you have other attractive people vouch for you. It works, man. It makes people trust you more. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys. This is a motherfucking weirdo. I'll be honest with you, man. It creeps me out. Like, I think I had a nightmare about it because of this motherfucker, man. And it just looks like it's different clips. Anyways, man, you guys be safe. Do you give off Terminator vibes because you're so masculine? Or do you give off nice girl, creepy, and needy vibes because you're just too feminine? The problem is that both sides suffer greatly in their business life, relationships life,
and friendships with family and friends. And if you don't know how to fix that, you will repeat the same pattern your whole life and never escape. Well, guess what? I have a course for you, and it's called The Feminine Woman. It's a pretty much a course on how to increase your self-esteem through practical means, not through giving you guys affirmation and wishing that you stop being terminators or you stop being needy and creepy goldfish. No, I'll give you practical things that by you doing this, if you're too masculine, I swear people will say there's something in you. You look more relaxed. You're just more comforting. You become more emotionally open because I teach you guys those strategies. It's a 5-week course. If you're too masculine, you are successful in life, you are successful in business, but you struggle with connecting. And so that course will give you practical things that if you're a Terminator, you'll come out human, people. Like you'll just give off a more relaxed vibe. It's what I did in my life to heal me from my toxic masculinity. It's a 5-week course. And in that, I teach you guys how to let go of the past. I teach you guys how to use your feminine energy to influence without being too sexual, which might sabotage you. I'll teach you guys how to use the masculine to be assertive without scaring people off because sometimes it could be too much. It's a course that balances those things out. Okay, so if you go Bronx mode, if you're too Beverly Hills mode, I'll teach you guys how to go Bronx mode, or better yet, South Side of Chicago type of shit. Well, now you're just a serial killer right there, right? And with this course has a 30-day money back guarantee, and if you purchase it, you guys also get access to the Zoom meditation group where we both meditate, or we all meditate on a weekly basis, and you guys get access to the WhatsApp group. And it's really a good course. If you guys don't like it, just ask for your money back. I mean, you guys can see the reviews right here. A lot of people like those reviews, and you'll see the results. And if you don't see the results, then I'll just give you your money back. Like I'm not gonna scam you guys if it doesn't work, but I know it's gonna work. So you do that now. Don't end up like Frida Kahlo. All right? Don't do that shit. Y'all just think you guys can break my rules and tell people you watch my channel. You can't do that, okay? So purchase that right now. It's a lifetime. You get lifetime access to that course, and I'll see you guys inside. Take care. Let's continue with the video.